Welcome back to our channel. George Lazenby, an Australian actor, left a remarkable mark in film history with his role as James Bond in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, 1969. At the age of 29, Lazenby became the youngest actor and the only one with no professional acting experience to play James Bond. Even more impressively, he beat over 400 candidates to secure this iconic role. With a career full of surprises and excitement, Lazenby created a phenomenon with just a single appearance as 007. Despite only starring in one Bond film, he amassed an estimated net worth of around $20 million, proving that even a single role can have a significant and lasting impact. Continue watching the video to explore George Lazenby's fascinating and tumultuous journey, from his early days to becoming a screen icon. On July 24th, 2024, at the age of 85, George Lazenby made a big announcement. He decided to retire. This decision marked the end of an era, as he had left a lasting impression on audiences with his role as James Bond and his other work in film and television. Lazenby stated that the main reason for his retirement was that growing older had made him lose interest in his work. He shared that the joy and excitement in acting were no longer the same as before, so he decided to step away from the spotlight. In his announcement on the platform X, Lazenby wrote the following: "This is not an easy decision, but it is time for me to announce my retirement. Therefore, from today, I will no longer be acting or making public appearances, nor will I be participating in interviews or autograph sessions." He also emphasized that his career had been very exciting, but growing old just isn't fun anymore. He added, "I am announcing my retirement from acting and public appearances. From now on, I will not be participating in interviews or autograph sessions." This announcement was met with sadness and respect from fans and colleagues who have always admired his contributions to the film industry. Lazenby's decision to retire marks the end of a memorable chapter in his life, but his legacy as James Bond and his impact on cinema will continue to endure. Now that he has officially stepped away from the spotlight, let's take a look back at George Lazenby's early life and career. George Lazenby was born on September 5, 1939, in the town of Goulburn, located in New South Wales, Australia. He grew up in a typical Australian family, being the son of George Edward Lazenby and Sheila Joan Lazenby. He also had a younger sister named Barbara, with whom he shared his childhood adventures. For his education, Lazenby attended Goulburn Public School, where he laid the foundation for his learning. He continued his studies at Goulburn High School. Despite not pursuing higher education, Lazenby quickly entered the workforce after leaving school. His first jobs included working as a mechanic, where he developed a hands-on understanding of machinery, and as a car salesman, which honed his interpersonal and sales skills. Next, let's take a look back at George Lazenby's early life and career. Lazenby moved to London in 1963, marking a significant turning point in his career. He started his career as a model and quickly gained fame for his handsome looks and charismatic presence. He became the highest-paid male model in the world, appearing in numerous advertisements, including a famous campaign for Fry's chocolate bars. Modeling not only gave Lazenby widespread recognition, but also provided opportunities to connect with key figures in the entertainment industry. One of the biggest milestones in Lazenby's career was being cast as James Bond after Sean Connery left the series. This process was challenging and required boldness. To impress the producers, Lazenby meticulously crafted his image. He purchased a suit from Savile Row, where Sean Connery had his suits made, and a Rolex watch, symbolizing Bond's sophisticated style. He even visited Connery's barber to complete his look. Thanks to his thorough preparation and confidence, Lazenby beat over 400 other candidates to win the role. This was the only film in which Lazenby played James Bond. The movie not only brought him global fame, but also placed him in the spotlight. Lazenby portrayed the iconic spy with elegance and distinctive style, contributing to the film's success. However, the role also brought significant pressure and controversy, as he inevitably faced comparisons with Sean Connery, who had set the standard for James Bond. After completing the film, Lazenby made a controversial decision. He chose not to continue playing James Bond. Influenced by his agent's advice that the Bond series would soon become outdated in the changing social landscape, Lazenby decided to step away from the role. Despite being offered a contract extension for 7 more Bond films, he opted to leave. This decision sparked considerable debate and controversy. Some critics and fans viewed Lazenby's choice as a missed opportunity, arguing that he had the potential to grow into the role and achieve greater success. They believed that with time, he could have cemented his place alongside other legendary Bond actors. On the other hand, some supported his decision, appreciating his desire to avoid being typecast and to pursue a more diverse career. They saw it as a bold move that highlighted his individuality and willingness to take risks. George Lazenby's acting career is a story of boldness, determination, and unexpected decisions. From a model, he rose to become one of the most recognized actors, even with just a single appearance as James Bond. His experiences and choices have created a unique legacy, always remembered by fans. What do you think about George Lazenby's decision to leave the James Bond role after just 1 film? Do you believe it was a missed opportunity or a bold move that defined his unique legacy? The road to success for anyone is not only full of roses, but also full of thorns. George Lazenby's career and personal life also had its share of difficulties and controversies that significantly affected his public image and career path. One of the most contentious aspects of Lazenby's career was his attitude and behavior on set. Despite his meteoric rise to fame, Lazenby was often criticized for his lack of professionalism and frequent clashes with the production team. During the filming of On Her Majesty's Secret Service, numerous reports surfaced about his difficult behavior. Lazenby, who had no formal acting training and had been thrust into the limelight almost overnight, struggled to adapt to the rigorous demands of being a leading actor in a major film production. His inexperience sometimes manifested in overconfidence, leading to friction with directors, producers, and co-stars. Some crew members described him as being aloof and uncooperative, while others noted his reluctance to follow established norms and protocols on set. This behavior not only created tension, but also contributed to the perception that he was not taking the role seriously enough, further fueling the controversy surrounding his brief tenure as James Bond. Lazenby's personal life was equally turbulent. He experienced 2 failed marriages, each bringing its own set of challenges and public scrutiny. His first marriage was to Chrissy Townsend, which lasted from 1971 to 1995. The couple had 2 children together, but their relationship was fraught with difficulties. The pressures of Lazenby's career, combined with personal differences, eventually led to their separation and divorce. Following his divorce from Townsend, Lazenby married tennis player Pam Shriver in 2002. This marriage also faced significant challenges, including public attention and personal conflicts. The couple had 3 children together, but ultimately divorced in 2008. The breakdown of these relationships took a toll on Lazenby, both personally and professionally. The media often highlighted his marital issues, adding to the public perception of instability in his personal life. In addition to his marital troubles, Lazenby faced various other personal challenges. His transition from a model to an actor was abrupt and came with a steep learning curve. The sudden fame brought immense pressure, and his decision to leave the Bond franchise only added to the scrutiny he faced. Many in the industry and the media questioned his choices, and he had to navigate the complexities of public expectations and personal aspirations. Lazenby's struggles extended beyond his relationships and professional conduct. He also faced financial difficulties at various points in his career. Despite earning significant sums from his work as James Bond and other projects, Mismanagement and personal spending habits sometimes led to monetary issues. These financial strains further complicated his personal life, adding another layer of difficulty to his already challenging circumstances. With George Lazenby exiting the role of Bond, was it a smart decision? After his brief but memorable stint as James Bond in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, George Lazenby faced the challenge of forging a career beyond the shadow of 007. While he never quite reached the same level of success, his post-Bond career was marked by a variety of roles in film and television that showcased his versatility as an actor. Following his departure from the James Bond franchise, Lazenby found himself in a peculiar position. His sudden rise to fame and equally sudden exit left many in the industry curious about his next moves. Lazenby took on a diverse array of roles, though none achieved the iconic status of James Bond. In the early 1970s, Lazenby appeared in Universal Soldier, 1971, playing the lead role of Riker. Unfortunately, this film did not perform well at the box office, receiving mixed reviews from critics who felt it lacked the depth and excitement expected from a leading man of Lazenby's newfound stature. Despite the film's poor performance, it marked Lazenby's continued effort to establish himself in the industry. He also starred in Who Saw Her Die, 1972, an Italian giallo film directed by Aldo Lado. In this thriller, Lazenby played the role of Franco Serpieri, a father searching for his daughter's killer. The film was better received in Europe and showcased Lazenby's ability to handle more intense, dramatic roles, though it failed to achieve widespread success internationally. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Lazenby continued to work steadily, taking roles in various genres. He appeared in the Australian film The Man from Hong Kong, 1975, a martial arts action movie directed by Brian Trenchard Smith. Lazenby played the antagonist, Jack Wilton, showcasing his versatility in handling action sequences and villainous roles. The film was popular in Australia and parts of Asia, highlighting Lazenby's appeal beyond Hollywood. Lazenby also made guest appearances on television shows such as The Pretender and Hawaii Five-0. In these shows, he demonstrated his ability to adapt to different mediums and genres, though these roles did not significantly boost his career. His performance in Hawaii Five-0, where he played a jewel thief, received positive feedback for its charm and depth. Despite his efforts, Lazenby often found it difficult to escape the long shadow cast by his brief tenure as Bond. Many of his projects were smaller productions or genre films that did not receive widespread acclaim. This period of his career, while filled with diverse roles, highlighted the challenges faced by actors who step into iconic roles early in their careers. Significant highlight in Lazenby's later career was the documentary Becoming Bond, released in 2017. Directed by Josh Greenbaum, this unique documentary delves into Lazenby's life story, tracing his journey from a mechanic and car salesman to one of the most famous secret agents in cinematic history. Becoming Bond is not a traditional documentary. It blends interviews, reenactments, and dramatizations, with Lazenby himself narrating his remarkable tale. The film offers a candid look at his life, exploring the choices, both good and bad, that shaped his career. It covers his audacious leap into the role of James Bond, the behind-the-scenes tensions, and his surprising decision to walk away from the franchise after just one film. The documentary received critical acclaim for its engaging storytelling and Lazenby's charismatic and honest recounting of his life. Critics and audiences praised the film for its humor, heart, and insightful look into the life of a man who defied expectations. It painted a picture of a man who took risks, sometimes to his detriment, but always with a sense of adventure and individuality. Although his time as James Bond was short, he made many smart financial decisions that helped him earn a considerable fortune estimated at $20 million. George Lazenby's estimated net worth is approximately $20 million. This wealth is the result of his varied career choices and business ventures over the years. While his time as James Bond was brief, it provided a significant boost to his financial standing and opened doors to other lucrative opportunities. One of his main sources of income was his acting career. His role in On Her Majesty's Secret Service not only brought him fame, but also a substantial paycheck. Although he decided not to continue with the Bond franchise, this role laid a solid financial foundation for him. After Bond, Lazenby continued to work in various films and television shows. While these roles did not always achieve blockbuster success, they contributed steadily to his income. His participation in films like Universal Soldier, Who Saw Her Die, and TV appearances in shows like Hawaii Five-0 and The Pretender helped sustain his acting career financially. Another significant source of income has been his investments in real estate. Over the years, he has bought and sold multiple properties, capitalizing on the rising property market. His keen eye for valuable real estate opportunities allowed him to grow his wealth significantly. Notable transactions include the purchase of a luxury property in Beverly Hills for $2.5 million, which he later sold for $6 million, and investments in commercial real estate ventures in Los Angeles and Sydney that provided steady income streams. Besides real estate, Lazenby has been involved in various business ventures. For example, he invested in a wellness startup focused on organic health products and a technology company developing innovative software solutions. These ventures not only diversified his income, but also showcased his entrepreneurial spirit. Although not as prominent as other actors, Lazenby's iconic status as a former James Bond occasionally led to lucrative endorsement deals and paid appearances. These engagements, though sporadic, contributed to his overall earnings. Additionally, the documentary about his life, Becoming Bond 2017, also added to his income. This project not only brought him back into the public eye, but also generated revenue through various distribution channels. The success of Becoming Bond showcased Lazenby's continued appeal and provided a financial boost. The documentary received critical acclaim for its engaging storytelling, and audiences praised Lazenby's candid and humorous recounting of his life. Public and critical reception of Lazenby's post-Bond projects was mixed. While his performance in Who Saw Her Die was well received in Europe for its intensity and depth, other roles did not garner as much attention. His involvement in The Man from Hong Kong received positive feedback in Australia and Asia, highlighting his versatility. However, some critics felt he struggled to find roles that matched the iconic status of James Bond, leading to an uneven career trajectory. Lazenby has maintained a relatively low-key lifestyle compared to many of his Hollywood peers. While he enjoys the comforts that his wealth affords, he is not known for extravagant spending. His financial prudence has played a part in preserving his wealth over the years. His lifestyle choices reflect a balance between enjoying the fruits of his labor and ensuring long-term financial security. George Lazenby's impact on the entertainment world, especially the James Bond franchise, remains significant despite his brief tenure. His performance in On Her Majesty's Secret Service introduced a unique blend of vulnerability and toughness to James Bond, influencing how future actors approach the role. This portrayal, especially Bond's emotional depth in the film's tragic ending, left a lasting impression on critics and fans alike. Lazenby remains a beloved figure in the Bond community, frequently participating in events and conventions. His engagement with fans and openness about his experiences keep his portrayal of Bond alive for new generations. Over the years, his performance has been reevaluated and appreciated more with On Her Majesty's Secret Service, gaining praise for its strong storyline and innovative action sequences. The 2017 documentary Becoming Bond played a crucial role in reshaping public perception of Lazenby's career. It humorously and honestly chronicles his journey from mechanic and model to James Bond, highlighting his bold choices and their impact. The documentary received critical acclaim, bringing Lazenby's story to a broader audience and reinforcing his legacy. Beyond Bond, Lazenby's career, marked by bold decisions and diverse roles, showcases his versatility. While he never achieved the same level of fame post-Bond, his story is a testament to resilience and the pursuit of one's path. His work in films, television, and business ventures demonstrates a multifaceted career. There have been many actors who have played James Bond, but George Lazenby's performance in On Her Majesty's Secret Service stands out for many reasons, especially when compared to other actors who have played the iconic role. Let's compare a little. Sean Connery set the standard for James Bond, often regarded as the quintessential Bond. Starring in 6 official Bond films and 1 unofficial film, Never Say Never Again, Connery's performance was marked by a perfect blend of charm, toughness, and sophistication, making him a fan favorite. Notably, Connery is also the wealthiest actor to have played Bond, with an estimated net worth of $350 million, underscoring his significant impact on the franchise. Following Connery, Pierce Brosnan brought a suave and sophisticated portrayal to the character, starring in 4 Bond films. Brosnan's Bond combined the elegance of Connery with a modern twist, appealing to a new generation of fans. His financial success from the role places him second in terms of wealth among Bond actors, with an estimated net worth of $200 million, further highlighting the lucrative nature of the Bond legacy. Daniel Craig significantly changed the character's portrayal by bringing a gritty and more realistic interpretation of James Bond. Starring in 5 Bond films, Craig's intense and emotionally complex Bond resonated with audiences and critics alike. His success in the role has earned him an estimated net worth of $160 million, placing him third among the wealthiest Bond actors and showcasing the franchise's continuing evolution. In contrast, Roger Moore holds the record for starring in the most Bond films, with 7 to his name. Known for his humorous and light-hearted take on the character, Moore's Bond was a departure from the seriousness of his predecessors. This approach endeared him to many fans and cemented his legacy within the franchise. Moore's net worth was estimated at $110 million, reflecting his long-term success in the role. Timothy Dalton brought a return to the darker and more serious tone of Ian Fleming's original novels with his portrayal of James Bond. Dalton starred in 2 Bond films and was praised for bringing a more intense and brooding energy to the role. Although his tenure was brief, it left a lasting impact on the series, and Dalton's net worth is estimated at $20 million, similar to Lazenby's. Finally, George Lazenby holds the distinction of being the youngest actor to play James Bond, with his only role being in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. He brought a unique combination of strength and vulnerability, particularly evident in the touching final scene where Bond grieves over the death of his wife. George Lazenby's unique portrayal of James Bond and his diverse career in acting and business have left a lasting legacy. Each actor who has played Bond brought something special to the role, and Lazenby's contributions are no exception. His story of resilience and adaptability continues to inspire fans around the world. Thank you for joining us in exploring the life and career of George Lazenby. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Lazenby's impact on the James Bond franchise? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Thank you for watching. See you next videos.